Welcome back to the Plus Side of Nashville, everybody. You know, each year, Holy Trinity Community Church opens its doors to the entire community to come out and enjoy their annual Christmas production. This year's show is the Polar Express, and here to tell us more about it is Chuck Long, who's the theater director at Holy Trinity Community Church, and Angie Walk, who's a choral and theater member there. Welcome.
Good to see you, Tawanda. Thank you.
Thanks for having us. You both here. This feels a little strange, Chuck, because typically a lot of you all probably know Chuck. He is the host here on News Channel 5 Plus of Out and About Today. So I'm turning the tables on you today, Chuck.
That's right. You can ask the questions. I just have to answer them.
Exactly.
You didn't have to do any prep.
Thank you both so much for being here. A lot of people may not know Chuck. They may have seen you in some commercials and so forth, but you're an actor.
Yeah, I've actually been acting since I was 16. Got my agent and worked in Dallas, and then I moved to LA out of college and did acting there, and then came here, and I've done a lot of theater around town, and you know, the parts that come up, they may be few and far between, but yeah, I love it. I really do.
You're very good at it too, so I'm not surprised that you would be the theater director at Holy Trinity.
Well, and I love being a theater director at a church, because as Angie and I were talking before I came on, a lot of times in the past people might look at a church and say, oh, well, it's only church, it doesn't have to be that good. Well, I think like the theater and the music departments should be at their very best, you know, when you're talking about doing a church production. So, you know, we all take a lot of pride in that at the church.
And I'm sure that's why people love and look forward to coming out to see it every year. So you are just a fabulous singer from what I understand, and actress as well.
Thank you.
So how many of these productions have you been in so far?
I've been a member of Holy Trinity for about 5 or 6 years, and I have enjoyed every year preparing for this, and every year it seems to get better and better.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
well,
it's a great production this year.
And I know with such talent, with Chuck and yourself, it has to be fantastic. So Polar Express, this year's production, you've already started working on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long have you been working on this?
Well, of course, we started kind of thinking about it and conceptualizing it in February of this past year, you know, and getting ready, and then by the time that July rolled around, the music was going, we were starting to cast the roles, we started rehearsing, you know, the theatrical part, so yeah, it's been going on for several months now.
Right, we start practice in July and August. Once they get the music together and decide what the theme is and what songs we're doing, the choir begins to practice, and you know, there's we're also singing at church every week, so we are always practicing for that, so we have to intermittently throw the Christmas practices in and really get serious in October and November.
Wow. So can people expect a production very much as if they were going to a theater to see a theater production?
Oh yeah. I mean, and the kids in this show, and I've got to just brag on them, I mean, they are amazing talent, and just, you know, everybody knows the Polar Express. It's one of those movies that people watch every year. So we wanted to make this an experience that they can come and just kind of see it come to life. So it's a beautiful experience on the screen, but when you see it come to life on the stage, and these kids do such an amazing job, and Angie plays the mom, and it's just, it's something that I think everybody's going to want to see and bring their, you know, friends and family to.
You're the conductor.
I'm the conductor.
And you're the mom.
I'm the mom.
And there's great singing throughout.
And the nice thing too, what we've added, and our music director Randy Kraft, who is just one of the big talents in town, he does a lot of other theater too in town, musical theater, is we have the musical part, which people will recognize from the Polar Express, and then we also have some sacred songs in there and some additional Christmas songs that have been added into it. So I mean, it really incorporates everything from the Polar Express as well as additional music.
What productions have you done in the past?
Some of the Christmas productions we have done, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Yes, Virginia, There Is a Santa Claus, The Island of Misfit Toys. So we like to do things that are known, that are kind of branded, that people, you know, are familiar with.
So it's open to the public and it's free, right?
Yes.
When is this year's production?
Okay, so it is on December 4th and 5th. So that's a Friday and Saturday night, 7 p.m. And just we've had people say, how can we get tickets? All you have to do is just show up. But I do say it's good to show up early because it does fill up.
So how big is Holy Trinity? I'm sorry, I've not seen the church. Is it relatively big? Can it hold a lot of crowd?
It will.
We've expanded our sanctuary in the past year, and so I think we could handle about 450 people. So we hope to fill up the seats this year.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it sounds like a fantastic production that we encourage everybody to come out and see. You're going to already start planning next year's right as soon as this one ends. Have you even thought about what you think you might want to do, Chuck?
No, we literally, it's kind of like January, you clear your mind, and then February, you start thinking. Yeah, so.
What's the feedback like? Because I can imagine, I've done a little acting in college and in high school, but just to be on the stage during this Christmas production, around the holiday season, with everyone, the kids and everybody sitting out there watching, what does that feel like?
Well, I think people come to be entertained and to get that real holiday feel when they see a production like this. I remember when we did the Grinch Stole Christmas, when we first started it, people were like, "You're doing the Grinch Stole Christmas in church?" You know, it's like, I don't quite get that. And we were like, well, if you know the message of how the Grinch stole Christmas, it's really a fine message. And when they saw it, I think we converted everybody.
I bet you did.
And as well as with Polar Express, you know, one of the little boys is kind of searching and trying to find whether he believes in Santa Claus or not. And, you know, so that some very serious points in the acting, but also I think that parallels with oftentimes people are sort of have that same faith base. They're trying to decide whether they believe in God because he's untouchable. And we want to make that real for everyone with Santa Claus and with Christ, and sort of make that, you know, into a spiritual experience for them. And I think we've done a pretty good job with it this year.
Oh, I'm sure you have. It sounds so fun and so exciting. Let's give everybody the dates and times one more time, Chuck.
All right, so December 4th and 5th, the Friday and Saturday evening, 7 p.m., Holy Trinity. It's on Charlotte Pike, right across from Nashville West, the big Target Center right there.
Absolutely. Thank you both so much, Chuck and Angie, for being here and telling us all about this.
Thank
It sounds
you.
great. I encourage you to go out and see it and support them. Well, up next, if you're looking for a restaurant where you can get a delicious meal and help out a great cause at the same time, stick around to hear about the cookery. We'll be right back.